All right, everybody, this is BB Davis. I am back and welcome to the live stream at BB Love Sports. We're at that 2-minute warning, and of course there are a lot of flags down. There's a lot of high emotion. I've been saying this from the beginning and from the get-go that Packers are just too lax. When I was talking with my boy Ron, who's an Eagles fan, of course Eagles will rock with anyone for that moment if they're playing Dallas, because you know that rivalry too right there. But you know, I was telling him, no, it's not that we got it. They missed it. Oh my God, they missed the field goal. But barely. And Dak and everybody is looking unbelievable right now. They're going to do, I know everybody's watching this bated breath. Look at this, the kicker. Oh my God. Ooh. That's where it went. Don't feel bad, he didn't hit the ground. Don't feel bad, baby. And they're going to Packers coach talking about, and they up there praising and happy. A minute left. But we should have never been in that situation. We should have never been in that situation. Young man, I don't know your name right now, Dallas kicker. Baby, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Cowboy fans, as a professional broadcaster and as a fan of the sport, don't y'all feel bad? That wind just kind of blew to the right, and I'm not being funny, because we had a 30-something point lead. Dak, don't you feel bad either? Because one thing, let me just go ahead and say this about the Cowboys right now. Because I like Dak. Dak is in my fantasy. And I like him as a quarterback. And I like a lot of things about a lot of teams. We came in blazing, shotgun blazing, into this game in Dallas. The Packers. Yes. Okay? And a 30-point lead. And just like I told Ron on it's over. Packers won. Woo! Go Packers. By the skin, though, of our chinny chin chin. We won by the skin of our chinny chin chin. And this is a little something something by Lagunitas beer. It is really, really good. Not only to drink, but if you're a foodie and a chefy, cooker, baker, anything like that, this would pair well into doing savory and sweet dishes and stuff like that. I'm a very experimental type cooking chef, so has a really good taste to it. And I'll show that bottle again, because I think we kind of got cut off on the live stream. But this is, I've had the Lagunitas, but this is the Lagunitas little something something. And it pairs really, really, really good. But I want to kind of keep on frame here. The Cowboys did really good with the comeback, despite the big lead that we had as Packers. So that's another thing to hang your head about. That those last 2-minute warnings to make that call to do the onside kick and all of that. You know, the wind just kind of moved it away. But other than that, I mean, what a heck of a comeback to keep going and keep going to close out that lead. And what I just, again, really hate about the Packers right now, why in the world are you going to have such a lead and then get so lax and just give a lot of those openings that should have not been? You got to keep going. And all this lax stuff has just got to stop. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to do that. And it's such a frustration. I know, not just from fans, because we're not out there, you know, this is what you all do for your livelihood. You're all the ones taking the hits and the shots and the barks and all of this stuff that happens even when you watch the film and at practice and stuff like that. We get that. But I know it has to be frustrating on the team too. You've got to get back to the heydays. Not even just four, okay, when it was like Favre and Reverend Reggie White, rest in peace and all of that. Even before them, the Packers were known to pounce down, beat down, keep going with that win. Not giving some team momentum. Yes, things change. But my goodness, I am, and I'm sure a lot of others are very frustrated about this. Nobody wants to keep talking about these on clinch wins and this whole Hail Mary stuff and this we won by our chinny chin chin. We want to see the beat downs too. Just beat down till you can't beat down no more. I mean, if you're going to get relaxed in the fourth quarter with a really great lead with only about 4 minutes to play. Just keep playing. What's going on? It's so aggravating. But congratulations. Yes, Packer Nations. We live to see another day. We do. We live to see another day. So we got Johnny M in the mix with DJ activities in the background. And again, Lagunitas, Little Sumpin Sumpin. This is 7.5% alcohol. Do not drink and drive. This is for grown folks channel. Okay. And I did have the Lagunitas, but the Little Something Something with the lady right there, it was really good. I absolutely adored it. So I have my mukbang here because I am the mukbang muse. And I always say squad on all my channels. I have a cigar channel. I have two of them, Cigar Saint Sister and Cigar Saint Sister Live. And my squad is just my squad, the Ta-Da squad. Okay, because when it's ta-da, you know, you're all kind of moods on that. So this is my mukbang. And these pretty plates were so Chiquita. Gave me the whole Chiquita vibe. My Cubana flows. And I just love them. So on this plate, I have my protein. I have my boiled eggs. I have the vegetable spring rolls. And then I have a lobster roll, which is really, really beautiful. So filling. And then my secret sauce, which is I have two different perfected seafood sauces. And this one right here is the aphrodisiac sauce. And it's really, really tasty, beautiful, spicy, and all that. And then I have my peanut sauce noodles, which is really, really good. And right now, I'm light winging it because I'm going to have some ribs and stuff later on. But right now, I think this would do. So I'm just going to be eating right here. And again, I'm going to go back over my picks again for NFL. I did pretty good today. I did not get obliterated. Look at the color on that sauce. It's just absolutely beautiful. So good. This was not a pretty win at all for the Packers. A win is a win is a win, but when you start describing it, it absolutely was not a pretty win. Not at all. So I'm just swirling around in this sauce here. I'm glad I did not get obliterated. But Dallas fans, you have nothing to put your head down about, because this is not pretty. It was really pretty sickening to see us blow that lead like that and then find ourselves in this kind of clincher. Wasn't cool at all. So the final score on that one is 34-24. Monday Night Football, I have picked the Browns facing off with the 49ers. We'll see how that happens. And then tonight, 8:20, is going to be the Colts and the Chiefs. You also have the Broncos and the Chargers. I picked the Chargers, so I did get obliterated with that one. Broncos would win at 20-13. The Ravens faced off with the Steelers. Today is my Pop's birthday. He would have been 99 years old. Earthly life. He's in ascension, so happy birthday, Pop. He's been gone from this earthly life since 2009, and he really loved the Steelers, so that would have been great to see the Steelers win. But the Steelers would go down from the Ravens 26-23, and then the Cardinals and the Bengals faced off. I picked the Cardinals. The Cardinals did not get me obliterated, so that would be 26-23. Then the Buccaneers, you know I'm a Tampa girl, you know what it is, 813. Face off with the Saints. That was a really good game. It was very energetic. I love seeing that game, that kind of game that was explosive. But the Saints would take that one 31-24. That was the final. And then, of course, the Vikings faced off with the Giants. The Giants, you all are going to pay for that sickening benching move that y'all did with Eli. You already know it's October anyway, so you all just got that bad juju, even though you got those wins before. But the Vikings was like, not today. You're not going to get no third win today. Benching y'all quarterback. Shady. Bad juju. Bad juju. So the Giants would go down from the Vikings 28-10. And you know, that's me saying something, because you know how the Vikings and the Packers are. But, you know, the Eagles and the Jets. I got obliterated with the Jets. Of course, statistically and analytically, looking at everything, it would have been the Eagles. But, you know, sometimes I like to play the devil's advocate. And I also like to just do the wild card thing. So the Eagles would beat down, and they would take the final 31-6. At one point, it was just 0-0 for the Jets, and the Eagles were just going. And so that was what I was trying to tell my boy when we were on Facebook. I was just like, Ron, big old Eagles fan, I was like, you all beat them down when you're leading. You just keep beating them down, just like the Patriots. Just like the Falcons, when the Falcons were on their good, they beat you down. Ravens will beat you down. Steelers were on that good. But the Packers used to do that. You got to get back to that. You can't be blowing on leads like this. I don't know what this is. 4 would never. And that's all I'm going to say. 4 would never. Just keep beating them down. So again, the Packers, congratulations. Go Pack Go. 34-24. Raiders and the Bears. I went with the Bears. I got obliterated. That would be 21-24 as the final. Patriots, no shocker there with the Redskins. 33-7. But see what I'm saying? The Patriots knew coming into this game Yeah, the Redskins wasn't hitting on nothing. But did that make them relax? Oh, no. And that's why they got those rings. 33-7. They didn't care about, they know they suck. Stats and scores. Come on, Packers. Better get that beat down mentality. Bills and Titans. Bills, I went with the Bills for the pick, 14-7. Texans and the Falcons, I went with the Falcons, thinking they would have did their thing. It wasn't too bad of a blowout, but let me tell you, Deshaun Watson put on a clinic. Yes, he did. Baby. 53-32. And that was good because, you know, those last looks with his team facing off of other teams, he was getting sacked down to the ground. So this was a good one. And I know that felt good. Jaguars and the Panthers, I got obliterated with this one. I went with the Jaguars. Panthers keep pounding. They did their thing. Okay, 34-27. Good look there. And then on Thursday night, that was the Rams and the Seahawks. The Seahawks would win that one 29-30. That was a really good game. I was going with the Seahawks. So there's that on that, on that, on that, and that is that on that, on that is that, and that is that. How many times did I say that is that? If you can count it, that's how many times you need to sip. That's on that. But you need to be inside and don't drink and drive. That's a little joke, whatever, so you know what it is. So, on my live screen, I'm heading on over to the highlights. Green Bay. Wait a minute, let's see what's going on.
Hey, guys, you're in the running game, some especially. Did that kind of keep you on your heels defensively?
Yeah, that was the biggest issue on defense. They were able to run the ball. They ran the ball inside on us when they got down in the red zone a couple times, which is really uncharacteristic of our defense. That's the thing we do as well as anything. So, the gap discipline and just physically getting off the blocks and making plays across the board wasn't consistent enough, particularly early on in the game. I thought it got better as the game went on, but they ran the ball too easily against us.
See?
Did they do anything you weren't expecting from Philadelphia?
Not really.
What happened on the replay challenge where you were flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, obviously on that play, we had a great view of it, and they called it an incompletion. So it's such a big play in the game. You have to use your flag there. We had already challenged a potential pass interference earlier.
So they didn't want to use it. They didn't want to use it
there. The flag to get the call correct. You're not going to have that for later in the game. So obviously, I didn't handle that situation as well as I should have. I knew we were going to get the play because I saw it, and unfortunately, we had to use the flag there. And he made that decision to throw a flag on me.
Jason, 2 first-place teams, 2 losses. What does it say about your club and where they are right now?
Yeah, not really in the business of that. Just really in the business of getting back to work and trying to get better.
Exactly. That's a good way to answer that. You have to figure out where you want to use your challenges, your flags, all of that. And then on top of that, you got to deal with these emotional players that should know at certain points, especially when you were down like that, to don't give us any more stress than this whole unsportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, it was hot out there on that field between both of them, but
Do you agree that your emotion there merited an unsportsmanlike?
That's not my decision.
he was emotional too.
You hit the flag or something you said?
I really don't know.
Because they had to get him back off the field.
A frustration from not getting the call on the break.
But of course that was frustration.
They kind of seeped into how you reacted on that play as well.
Oh, again, it was just a big play.
This is delicious.
I knew we had used the flag once.
My sauce.
I knew we were going to have to use it again.
And it's not just me, because you know how it is when
And when you do
you're the
that,
chef or whatever, or the creator of the dish,
doesn't get overturned, you're out of
and you can be a little
bounds.
biased.
So, I knew
But
that
everybody who
was
has
the
tasted this is
situation.
fire.
In that particular situation to correct the mistake that they made. And, so didn't handle it well. Our team handled it really well. I don't know if you saw the rest of the game after that. We completed a 26-yarder on the next play and we were right down.
They really have some good runs,
Really good job handling that.
some good looks.
You think it was a poorly officiated game?
Look at this lobster roll.
It's not my place to share my opinion about that.
You might as well go into it.
There's a time where he was getting beat in one-on-one.
Yeah, we'll go back and look at the tape. It looks
I like it a little burn too.
fighting
A little burn action on there.
Certainly, you try to help them different ways with the protections you call and all of that. But I think for the most part, he stood in there and watched really well both in the run game and the pass game.
It doesn't look big on camera, but it's filling. That lobster roll is very filling. Maybe it's just me because, I'm not like this big wahoo eater or anything like that, but I can eat. But, when I say Piglet,
You have to put it behind you and you have to go to the next play.
that just means that I'm always eating good proportions, but I eat good. I'm not sitting there eating like cutesy patootsy.
I thought we fought hard. The spirit of the team is unbelievable. The closeness of the team is really strong.
And with the post conference with the Cowboys right now, their comeback was good. Cohesively as a team, it was good. It was just
Give ourselves a much better chance to win this game. So, we'll go back tomorrow and look at
time possession of the ball.
play by play, player by player.
Some of those
What we did, what we didn't do, all of that. But at first,
inconvenient moments that really shouldn't have happened. And then just the way of the wind.
we won a lot of games.
When that ball just went that way. But the Packers, it wasn't a pretty look, so
Mistakes in a game where he could make a lot of plays, as you said.
Yeah, the first one,
not too much trash talking. Let everybody else do the trash talking,
necessarily put that on him, not we're in the interest of placing blame.
which they are.
At first glance, looked like we were really aggressive.
The Eagles are happy we beat them down. But again, they don't like us either.
Receiving was contacted the whole time and was pulled down. And
The Vikings probably aren't happy that we won. You know that.
rather than having to correct a call, you don't have that flag in your pocket anymore. So, you know, those things can happen in a game like that. So, certainly a little bit different.
Chicago's not happy that we won. You know that too. And when the Eagles face off, they beat us, so
To be able to break
All right, here we go.
any finish line.
Post conference.
We knew going into
A little
this
bit for
game,
the Packers.
We had to be physical, and it starts up front. But I was really proud of our guys, the whole, both offensively, defensively, and on special teams. We had some adversity, fought through a lot of injuries, had guys going in and out of the lineup, and against a really quality football team. I mean, they're a really good team, and it's always tough to go on the road in this league, and especially in this building, and pick up a win. But it was just a great team win.
Delicious.
Going forward, can you vary your passing game with the inside zone as well as you can with the outside zone?
Yeah, I think so. We just had much more success with the inside zone today. Just coming off the football, you saw a lot of cross sifts, and again, it was really good running by our running back, Aaron Jones, and Trey Carson got in there and did a little bit of damage too. He had a couple good runs as well.
We've seen from Zadarius 2 sacks today, but went down a couple times, but had a little come back every single time.
Yeah, he is such a competitor. I love his mentality, his attitude that he brings to this football team.
So she's bringing up the sacks.
He's battling
Which is
through
all
some
well and
things right
good.
now, just like a lot of our guys are. But he's been such a key.
But we didn't need to blow
contributor,
that
not only
lead.
on the field, but just in our locker room as well. Just that mentality, that mindset that he has.
Why were you able to give Dak Prescott that offense so many power with your defense today?
Good question.
Well, they did a lot of good things too.
Why did we give them
Until I go back and look at the tape.
those leads?
But
Okay.
I do know that we have to
I like
clean up
that
a lot of
reporter
things,
right there. Keep
you
it
know,
real.
In all three phases. But today they were able to come back in that game a little bit. We gave up way too many big plays.
You think?
In today's game, if players are injured, any of those people likely to be out any extended period of time?
You know, I don't have an update for you right now.
Just talk about what you guys have been dealing with on the sideline there with, as you said before, guys going in and out of the lineup. There were these momentum shifts, obviously, in the game. Just what was this like in terms of just managing that?
Yeah, there was a lot going on. You know, I know we lost our center early, Corey Lindsley, and Bobby Tanyan went out.
Yeah.
You know, we had a couple receivers go in and out, and then just like we talked about, Zadarius was in and out a little bit. Kevin King gets helped off the field, so there was a lot of.
Sometimes you gotta use your hands.
You know, you have to adjust in this league, and I thought our coaches did a pretty good job. But again, there's still a lot out there to clean up.
A lot.
That's what we got to do moving forward.
Oh yeah.
So LaFleur and company will have a little bit of time to wait. They're next up in a very...
So people are gonna talk about it. I definitely, once they get all the stats online, first thing, you know, I definitely want to look at the first downs. I want to look at the time possession of the ball and just some other factors and some of their highlights. But, you know, just looking at the game, you know, some of that calling was just horrendous. And to the way that things were being lined up against Dallas, we had it so good that we shouldn't have gotten down to that 2 minutes to be where we were. So there's that on that. All right, so we got through the NFL scores. I did not get obliterated. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to end this live stream right here. I'm going to come on back and eat some more of my good food on the Mukbang because I am the Mukbang Muse. Thanks so much for locking in and subscribing to BB Love Sports. We're going to be talking about some of these other NFL games. We're going to go into their stats and see what happens. And then we're going to talk about some college. Go, Pack, go. Good, we got the win. Wasn't a pretty win, but we moved forward. And there's that. I'm BB Lolita, Cigar Saint Sister. Don't go anywhere. Regroup, because I'm going to regroup. And then we're going to come back in, take a look at some in-depth statistics of NFL. We're going to be talking about college highlights and see how my picks went with that. And keep going from there. Look at some sport news. And keep going. So thanks so much for locking into the live stream. Come on back. More to come. I'm BB, and you're at BB Love Sports.